What's up, besties? I hope you're having a super fine day. Hopefully, this video won't just be me projecting on everyone else, but I think I've heard enough people complaining that they don't like the art that I can call it a common experience, maybe not universal, hopefully, not universal. Um, Being able to look critically at your own work is important to grow, obviously. You can't really correct your mistakes if you don't see them, and you won't grow if you keep on doing the same thing over and over again. But sometimes I think we struggle to accept things that are already as good as they will get for now. Progress takes more time than we want to admit it. Like, sometimes it can suck the joy out of creation for you. Maybe it helped some people to progress faster, but was it worth it? Like, can you get this sparkle, like, back later on? Maybe, like, for some people. I guess that's the problem with talking about a subject so vague. Things can always only be correct, like, for some people. There is no universal advice, no one good way to go about it. And figuring it out for yourself is, in a way, scary. Also, I don't want this video to come off like I'm fishing for compliments and waiting for people to say, "No, your art is great." I know we all know this one person who will post a selfie that they look great on and caption it, I'm so ugly, so that people in the comments tell them that they look great, but that's not that. I post art I don't like all the time. That's like most of my art actually, and I still post it because I just like posting things on social media and I don't have much more, and I don't really say I hate it, but I very, very often do. I don't want people's pity here. I just hope someone will genuinely like it because I don't think I can, and it feels like I spent so much time doing it that I should already. And like, I love the process. It's one of few things in the world that brings me peace, but I'm genuinely rarely satisfied with the results. One hard pill to swallow is that I don't think it's possible for me to genuinely convince myself that I'm good at it. I have a few artworks that I like, but in general, I think my only goal is to get to the point when it feels neutral, maybe? Like, I hope one day I can truly believe I'm not bad and it will be good enough for me. Because honestly, if I felt like I'm so great, perhaps I wouldn't want to lose that. I'd be scared that I will come back to where I am now and I will just get stuck in a comfort zone. I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't be too bad this way, and maybe it would crash down after some time. And the crash would be more painful than the small doses of pain my stupid brain implements on itself now. I don't know, it's all hypothetical for me. There is also the regret part of it, and the I should have exercised more earlier, I should have done more earlier, I lost my chance at achieving my goals. For me, it's also about not getting to study at university because I didn't get accepted. Well, maybe if I started preparing my portfolio earlier and I trained the fundamentals better and I went to art high school, which I wanted to do, but my mom told me not to because from what we found out, the kids there struggled passing math, but I think I should have been more perseverant. Maybe if I did more research into different universities earlier and be better prepared and applied to more, maybe if I did all these things differently, I would be in a different place today. I probably would. But I can't change the past and I can't keep blaming the 16 or 18-year-old me for not understanding the world. I still don't understand the world and I'm supposed to be an adult now. I can't do that because the natural conclusion from that won't be to create more and to draw now, which I think it should be. It will be to quit. I lost, it's time to give up, but I just can't, I need this. I don't know, sometimes it feels like the hatred of your own art is necessary to progress. This stuff you don't like and eliminate it until you create absolute masterpieces. Like, after all, plenty of the most amazing artists were miserable. Like, that's a whole archetype. Maybe that's just the price for creating art. I've seen someone making a whole video on this topic, and their conclusion seemed to have been that these people created what they created despite their problems, not because of them. Like, which logically makes sense since you can't create a masterpiece if you don't have the will to get out of your bed and create any piece. If you get too discouraged, you might find yourself procrastinating at creating art like you would at work, choosing to play games or scroll endlessly on your phone. I don't know. I don't doubt a significant number of artists do either suffer from mental illnesses or just are like hyper empathetic for some reason or are in some other way different, like on a neurological level, than the average person who isn't interested in art. But that would be mainly because art is like a magnet for them. It's not supposed to hurt the creators. It's supposed to be an outlet for them to pour out these emotions in a healthy way and communicate like indescribable things to the world. I think it's also too easy to tie your whole self-worth to your art, and then hating it comes to a whole different territory because suddenly from just simply trying to improve you get to hating yourself. I guess especially if you're an adult like me who's been doing this for many years, you start questioning yourself. Like, I devoted so much time to it. With the what results? This is a part of my identity now. I was the quiet art kid at school and then turned into a quiet art adult. But what now? Back when I was a kid, people appreciated me and told me I was going places, and the attention helped me to drown out my own thoughts about my art. But what now? I'm just a nobody who kind of can draw. That's all. I don't have much going on aside from that. So I just want the art to be satisfying. But it won't be. I don't think it will ever fully be. I guess here all I can do is to advise you to look at everything at a distance. If you have a friend who does ballet and has been doing that for years, do you really care how good they are? They probably would feel upset if they didn't get to partake in any big shows and if they can't do everything perfectly. But that doesn't change their worth as a person. You would still look more at who they are in general, that's not all there is to them. That's just a small little piece for you. Also, if you yourself aren't interested in ballet, you might not even notice the mistakes they're making. Like, I can sit for hours zooming close into different parts of my canvas, hating all the minor details. But there is a huge chance nobody will even notice them, because they will find other parts of my drawing more interesting. You know how sometimes things look better from afar? Like when you take a step back and look at your piece and it looks better, maybe not good enough yet, but looks better. Yeah, so most people will always have the afar perspective. Like, no one's zooming into your hands when you post it. I don't think people care enough if you don't give them like specific reasons to do that. At the same time, don't take the criticism of other people to heart too much either. Like, if someone has a genuine practical advice, you can take it, but don't even listen to people who just tell you you suck or you should just come back to fundamentals without actually telling you what you should do to improve and don't even know much about art. Don't even listen to other artists if they're mean to you in regards to your art unprompted. They're probably the type of a person who would know which color of crayon tastes best anyway. Don't even listen to people who like have genuine honest criticism and point out things at your work that they tell you how to improve if you don't want to improve these things. If you like that aspect of your art, don't change it. There is no reason to change it, you know? Unfortunately, I guess this is a double-edged sword too, because I tend to disregard or just not believe people who are nice to me either. But that's on me. That's just me bullying myself for them, and it sucks because I can't exactly win with myself, and I can't exactly just ignore myself, or I can't just ghost myself and, you know, leave the room, be like, shut up, I'm not talking to you, because I am talking to myself, like, even right now, to my tablet. So that's fun. Not being good enough at something you're passionate about can be agonizing for me. But there always is small things to us, and this comes from me, someone who gets to socially interact with their friends in real life like once a few months and then spends the rest of their life on their art, work, or just doing nothing and feeling nothing. Like, there is always more to anybody. It has to be. Don't bully yourself. While we're still talking about criticism from other people, I think that when you give people advice, I also think that when you give people advice, you should be nice about it and tell people stuff that is actually useful. I remember back in high school, we were talking about this during art classes, and someone said that when giving out advice about other people's work, it's good to first point at something you like about it and maybe then tell them about any flaws you see. And we agreed it's a good way to go. You know, don't bring people down. Then the teacher came out to me doing a watercolor painting, looked at it and said, I like the way you're applying the paint to your paintbrush. And then was dead silent for a good half a minute. I don't know. I got roasted, but I think it was funny at least. Anyway, I think applying the same technique to criticizing yourself would be a good idea too. Look for the things you think you do right first and just take pride in them. Also, like the little thing, there is no objectivity in art. Your art can't really be good or bad. Like, yeah, we have some factors that we tend to judge art based on, but so what? You feel like you suck? Oh, fans don't care about your feelings either. I know that getting into this whole philosophy may not be helpful to many people because everyone's problem can have different sources. But hey, I say your art can't be bad. Listen to me. I'm the authority. Suddenly, for some reason, no, I'm not. Also, it's just okay to be bad at your hobby. I guess the reason it brings me so much pain is that I devoted so much time to this that maybe I expected different results, but in general, there's literally nothing wrong with being at an awkward stage at what you're doing. This is just a part of this process for everybody. We can all still grow. We won't be here in this state we dislike so much forever. One thing that really helps me is looking at my older art and seeing the progress in between pieces. This is why I like the Draw It Again challenge so much. It's a huge ego booster for me. Maybe I don't progress as fast as I would want to, but I still do it. And in the end, I think that matters. It's all easier said than done, but we all have these bad thoughts. We do. We just do. But even if you can't convince yourself that your art is good, you can always say to yourself, so what? So what if my art is bad? That doesn't define me and it doesn't have to be like this forever. If you lack some technical skills, you can still acquire them. That was the whole point of criticizing your own art, being able to learn new things. I guess the hard part is that there's always so much I want to change and learn that it feels overwhelming, and I don't have any advice here. progress that is unsatisfyingly slow is still progress. But it does feel like a miniature heartbreak every time I fail at meeting my own expectations. I guess one conclusion I have is that not only noticing the things about your art you don't like to avoid them in the future will help you grow, but also, and maybe primarily, noticing things you do like and doing them more and more. Look at your own older art instead of comparing yourself to other people. That's your physical proof of your growth. I guess, yeah, I'm entering my motivational speaker era with this video, but yeah. I think that's all from me for now. I hope that at least something that I've said was in any way useful to you. If you have any more thoughts or advice on that, or you want to share your own experience or critique this piece I'm making in the background, or just tell me anything you want, I would love it if you left a comment down below. And for now, just stay safe, stay hydrated. It's really hot out there, really. You have to drink a lot of water to stay alive. And peace!